bottom. I am the
Mighty Sports Philippines. Let's enjoy the game. 现在为各位介绍双方球员入场。Now let's meet the teams. First, Mighty Sports Philippines. 首先介绍菲律宾 Mighty Sports Go for Go 的男子篮球队，领号 Number 0 Roosevelt Adams， 2号 Number 2 Jeremiah Gray， 4号 Number 4 Eugene Phillips， 5号 Number 5 Jason Brigman， 8号 Number 8 Aaron Bragg， 10号 Number 10 Michael Williams， 18号 Number 18 Joseph Young， 32号 Number 32 Zach Graham， 34号 Number 34 Ronaldo Bogman， 55号 Number 55 Hamadi Andre， 77号 Number 77 Gabriel Vanner， 94号 Number 94 Mackenzie Moore。菲律宾的主教练 Head Coach Charles Stew， 教练 Coach Zygo Tournament， 教练 Coach Tim Castanio。Then Team Jordan， 下面介绍约旦国家队，1号 Number 1 Amin Abu Hawas， 4号 Number 4 Jordan Dusky， 5号 Number 5 Fadi Ibrahim， 6号 Number 6 Ashraf Al-Hindi， 7号 Number 7 Ahmed Ahamash， 10号 Number 10 Ahmed Obed， 12号 Number 12 Yosef Abu Wazani， 14号 Number 14 Khalid Abu Abun， 21号 Number 21 Hassan Abbas， 22号 Number 22 Malek Kengan， 35号 Number 25 Zain Najdewi。约旦队总教练 Head Coach Joseph Stybin， 助理教练 Assistant Coach Kilden Thompson， Assistant Coach Zed Aghas。The player to shake hands。双方球员相互握手致意，并交换纪念品 ，and exchange souvenir。双方球队最后热身 ，Final Omega。
Day number 2 of basketball competition in the 2019 William Jones Cup, as Cabanal and the rest of Mighty Sports Go for Gold Team Pilipinas will be taking on the enigmatic and talented Team Jordan. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is James Velasquez, calling the action with the incomparable Coach Javi Nuna. Again, this is a great mix of Jordanian talent. Some of their young players coming up, some of the veterans like the Abbas brothers are still playing here, and it is going to be a big challenge for Mackenzie Moore, Mikey Williams, and the rest of Mighty Go for Gold.
And it was a very impressive debut for Mighty Sports Go for Gold Pilipinas team yesterday, as they really blew out their competition yesterday. The Iranians did not stand a chance. It was a defensive show for our Filipino team, and also accompanied by athletic highlights. And it was really a very impressive debut for the boys of Coach Charles Chu.
And of course, another youthful mentor in Coach Charles Chu calling the shots here. Of course, a lot is expected with former NBA guys like Hamadi Njai. On your screens right now, our rim protector, our inside presence with Ronaldo Balkman. But it didn't need big numbers from NDI and Balkman to get that win versus the under-23 team of Iran. But this is a whole different animal now that they're facing versus Team Jordan.
They need focus right now and consistency. The reason why I said it was a defensive show, it was the main reason why they had a big lead against Iran. It was the defense that produced a lot of fast break opportunities for the team of Coach Charles Chu. Now for Mighty Sports Go for Gold, it's consistency right now. This is the second game in 2 days, and it's going to be a hard task right now against Jordan.
And of course, that is the biggest challenge here in the Jones Cup. The team with the best record after a week will be crowned the champions, as we see the starting lineups. Ibrahim, Hawas, Al-Hamarshe, Wazane, and Najdawi starting out for Jordan, while Brickman, Adams, Williams, Graham, and Balkman starting out for Mighty Sports Go for Gold Team Pilipinas. Again, a very athletic lineup. Outside of Jason Brickman, everyone above 6'2".
Yes, and everybody can handle the ball, including their center, Ronaldo Balkman. So that's the reason why defensive stops are a must here with Mighty Sports Go for Gold, because once they get the rebound, it's off to the races.
Here we go, just about ready for quarter number 1. And Mighty Sports, under the Mighty Sports banner, the Philippines actually won the Jones Cup back in 2016. And obviously, Ronaldo Balkman in another chance to represent the Philippines after having played for Alab Pilipinas before the ABL.
This is the first time I'm seeing a referee bring out a rule book at the start of the game, making sure that everything is in check, as it is they enforce strict rules in international play, as the rule book is out early here.
Laying down the law.
And the ladder of the law will be followed, as we see Coach Charles Chu, an impressive debut. Like I said yesterday, it was a close game against Iran in the second period. After the timeout, Coach Charles Chu lashed at his players, telling them to not be lazy, respect the game, and just play the way that we are capable of. After that timeout, it was a 20-0 blitz.
Wow. And
so it was a good wake-up call for Mighty Sports Go for Gold, and very impressive debut for them.
And again, for Mighty Sports Go for Gold, they obviously know of the talent level that they have with their squad. You have former NBA guys, some G League guys,
yes,
legitimate scorers on the Asian level. And that's the last thing that Coach Charles Chu wants, is for a team to think that they'll have it easy against some of the best teams. Yes, some of them young teams, but very talented teams. And here we go, the first quarter already underway. Quarter brought to you by Health Cube.
Jordanian stole the tip. That's the reason why Philippines will have the first crack at the basket. Like you said, James, this is a loaded squad for Coach Charles Chu. It's a matter of just fast-tracking the chemistry issues, the familiarity, and the way to do it is just to play and play as a team, move that ball, and not rely on individual talent.
Speaking of moving the ball, that results in an open 3. Shot missed, but offensive rebound there by Moore. Brickman gets it to Balkman. Challenge by Wazane, misses that time. And rebound by Hawass.
They will be up against a bigger, stronger team that Jordan is right with Jordan, because yesterday it was it was actually the youth team of Iran. So expect more physical play coming from the Jordanians.
Look at that, easy two underneath. Wazane taking the dish and gets the finish.
It's a nice pass there, nice screen, opening up festivities here for Jordan.
Graham attacking, strong to the basket, will shoot free throws.
Nice move there by Graham, knowing that there was not help there on his penetration. Has no help whatsoever for Jordan, no recourse but to take that foul.
Zach Graham, a face, a name familiar to Filipino basketball fans.
Yes, import for in the PBA, along with Ronaldo Balkman and of course Eugene Phelps, who played very well against Iran yesterday.
25.6 boards for Eugene Phelps on the Structor. As Graham gets the first two for Mighty Sports, go for gold from the free throw line. Oh, take it away. Steal by the Philippines. Counter steal by Fadi Ibrahim, leading the break. Three on the way, short. Hawass just missed it. Bachman pushing. Brickman. We'll wait for more blue shirts. Mikey Williams knocks it down.
I'm saying, if you get defensive stops, everybody in a blue shirt can handle that ball. That time around, Ronaldo Balkman got that rebound, pushed it, and three-point shot for Mighty Sports.
So pressure defense applied on young Fadi Ibrahim. Back outside, Hawass thought about it. Uses the Al-Marsha screen. 5 left to shoot. Fires anyway, air ball. Graham now with a rock. Brickman. Ooh, ball slip.
Unforced turnover there coming from Jason Brickman as the ball slipped out of his hands and ball will be given to Jordan.
I cannot wait for Jason Brickman to take his game to the PBA.
Well, he is one of the coveted young studs that coaches in the PBA love to have. Every time you have someone who handles and has basketball IQ and gets pinpoint passing all the time, you welcome that to your squad.
Pressure defense applied by Mighty Go for goal. Oh, good challenge, but a bucket anyway.
It's a lucky break coming from Jordan as the ball was tipped actually, but right place at the right time for 2 points.
That's the younger Abbas brother, Hashem. Moore gets it back to Mikey Williams. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brickman, driving foul.
Actually a nice hesitation move coming from Jason Brickman. Abbas thought that he was going to pass that ball, but that hesitation froze the defense and foul given to Jordan.
This is actually a very promising point guard marking Jason Brickman. I am talking about Fadi Ibrahim, one of the former youth team players of Jordan, now going to the senior team.
If I'm not mistaken, Jason Brickman will not go to the D-League anymore because I think he is overage. So he can go straight to the PBA draft.
That's good news for PBA teams.
It's a matter of fixing his papers.
All the buckets of Jordan coming underneath.
Coming from fortunate events for them, and lucky breaks for them. As ball was actually tipped because of the pressure defense being shown by the Philippines. It's just that the loose balls have been recovered by Jordan.
6-all. 3 minutes gone by in the first. Jordan switching everything on defense. Bachman in the post. 2 left to shoot. Bachman powers up and in.
It's too easy. One-on-one near the basket. It's too easy for Ronaldo Bachman.
8-6 lead for Mighty Go for goal. Handoff action now for Jordan. Al-Hamarche. Pull-up jumper. Offline. I think wanted to bank it in. Brickman gets it to Williams. Reverse block there. Again, Jordan setting up camp at the half court. Ibrahim. Najwadi underneath. Rebound Bachman. Ronaldo crosses to the left, passes to the right. Graham extra pass behind the back, ball movement side to side. Moore knocks it down.
It's beautiful basketball right there. Unselfish team basketball for Mighty Sports, resulting into a corner three-point shot.
11-point lead for the 11 to 6 lead for the Philippines. 50% from the field so far.
You like the defense, you like the intensity, the energy being shown by Mighty Sports Go for Gold. What a block there coming from Jordan.
Wazane protecting the rim. 5:55 left here in the first. Ibrahim, this big man underneath, gets taken down by Balkman, but Balkman whispering, he's sorry. That's Wazane.
Wazane was actually open because of the screens that he set. It's good sportsmanship from both players, but that Wazane was really open because of the screen that he set for his guards, and Balkman had to hedge and help. That's the reason why when he opened up, it was clear path for him.
And this is the type of thing that you expect to see from national teams.
Yes,
who have been practicing for a while.
international teams are good screening teams. They make sure that they get their teammates open. It's a physical brand of play which Mighty Sports needs to adjust to.
Wazane 2 for 2. 11-8.
Oh, almost a violation there coming from Jason Brickman.
Graham entry pass, Bachman getting pushed by Wazane.
The second foul on Wazane as the big guy having a hard time containing Ronaldo Bachman. That's a foul right there.
So now they send in their 6'11" center. And Mohamed Hussein. Ibrahim leading the break. Euro steps his way for 2.
Nice smooth move coming from Ibrahim.
1 point lead Philippines, 11-10. Step back from Zach. This is that time.
And that open look, first time he got that ball.
Three on the way. Jordan couldn't grab the lead, but they grabbed the offensive board. Brickman looking to pressure up. 6 seconds left to shoot for Jordan. Kick to the corner. Challenged by Bachman. And it's still 11-10, 4:53 remaining. And that's a timeout whistled. This timeout brought to you by Go for Gold. One-point lead for the Philippines, 11-10 versus the big, physical, relentless Jordanian National Team. We thank you again for joining us. If you're just tuning in, my name is James Velasquez with Coach Javi Nunag. We expected to see this type of physicality, this type of relentlessness from Jordan.
And Jordan has been playing relentless physical brand of basketball so far, but Mighty Sports hanging on to a 1-point lead.
Earlier it was 11-7 until Al-Hendi hit that three off an Ibrahim dish. And good stop there as Khaled Abu Aboud was unable to get the hook shot over the outstretched arms of NBA veteran Ronaldo Balkman. Brinkman looking for a friend, gives it to Balkman. Graham setting a screen for Williams. Williams looking for his options, gets it to Zach. Zach, a known scorer. Floats that one up, no lucky bounce.
It's a good box out there coming from Jordan.
Still a 1-point lead. Jordan looking to take the lead. There's Al-Hendi looking at Williams now, respecting that ability to shoot outside. Aboud putting the ball on the floor and is fouled.
Very patient basketball being shown by Jordan, making sure their options are there. If one option is not, they go to the next one. Very patient, good screening team so far that we are seeing from Jordan. And the defense will really be tested here, talking about Mighty Sports.
The athletic Jeremiah Gray checking in for Mighty Sports Go for Gold Team Pilipinas.
Played very well yesterday and had 2 highlight plays to boot.
Oh, look at that, the handoff, sweet dish, and the finish, and Jordan with the lead.
That's what I'm saying, very patient, knowing where their teammates are and where the options are in their sets, and that's an easy layup for Team Jordan.
Graham lets it fly, knocks it down.
It's a good individual basketball play coming from Zach Graham, as that was a knockdown shot right in the face of his defender.
Shot miss, another offensive board, blocked there by the Philippines. Ooh. Balkman all the way for 2.
That's a nice move in and out to create space and open up that lane for that layup.
16-12 lead. I guess that 12-11 lead of Jordan woke the Philippines up. They place a bigger defender on their sniper Al-Hendi. Abbas back outside to Ibrahim. 4 left to shoot. Make that 2 seconds now. Ibrahim, crazy shot, bothered by the defense. Gray, wild shot. And both teams exchanging crazy shots.
Jeremiah Gray was wide open in that corner, and Roosevelt Adams just forced that shot.
Aboud. Back outside Al-Hendi. Gray pressuring up. Al-Hendi goes to the left. Spins middle. Hooks it up and in.
It's good defense, but better offense there from Al-Hendi, as that jump hook scores 2 points for Jordan.
Going into his bag and telling the Philippines, I'm not just an outside shooter. It's a 2-point ball game. 2 minutes remaining here in the first. Balkman pinch post. Gray sets a screen. Balkman now looking to take on this matchup one-on-one. No. Gray for 3. No go that time. Oh, look at Ibrahim trying to put the moves on Brinkman.
Guy has some handles.
He's long too. He's probably around 6'3", 6'4".
Tall, young point guard of Jordan will be replaced right now, but very impressive play here in the first quarter for him.
It's 16-14, 2-point lead for the Philippines. Subs of their own talking about Jordan. Ahmad Obeid is now in the game. I saw Jordan Daski, their 6'2" shooting guard, also enter as well. And veteran Malik Kanaan running the point. Balkman, quick attack. Hands in the air, will shoot free throws.
Nice move. Ronaldo Balkman knew that his defender was not set. Surprised him with that quick spin. As soon as he got that ball, he had that lane, and Jordan just had to foul to stop him.
Abu tried to get in his way as Balkman. This is the first though.
See Eugene Phelps also in the game for Mighty Sports go for gold. As Bogman 4 points and 4 rebounds here. Very impressive stat line to start off things for Mighty Sports.
It's a split from the stripe. That makes it a 3-point lead, 17-14. Aaron Black now in the game.
Hey, go triangle, 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 triangle.
Trying to get into pinch post again, handoff action. Daski trying to drive into the basket, but is met by a phalanx of defenders.
Mighty Sports has been defending the triangle very well to start things off here in the first period.
Gray uses the Bachman pick. Oh, in and out to the left, hooks it up and in.
Ooh, sweet move coming from Jeremiah Gray. Handles to create space and the floater to finish.
19-14. Daski, met by Gray. Bachman to take away. And Ronaldo Bachman just enough control for the finish of the foul.
Nice anticipation on the defensive end and finishing off with an end one guitar move for air guitar move coming from Ronaldo Bachman.
21-14, 7-point lead. Timeout brought to you by Go for Gold. Welcome back to New Taipei City. This is the 2019 Jones Cup. My name is James Velasquez with Coach Javi Nunag. A 10-2 run by the Philippines after surrendering the lead 12-11 earlier.
Led by Ronaldo Bachman, who has been doing it at both ends of the floor. Nice anticipation on that baseline exchange. Knew where the pass was going to go. Stole that basketball and then finished it off with an end one.
The end one air guitar.
Wow.
It's going to be a thing. So it's 21-14 so far, and again, a lot of basketball fans always in anticipation of the Jones Cup. It brings different sets of players, different sets of teams year after year, and now they get a chance to witness a player like Ronaldo Bachman.
And I also love to see our balikbayans, our Filipino, overseas Filipino workers watching and supporting our Mighty Sports Go for Gold Philippines team.
Oh, great! They get the rebound away, unfortunately couldn't save it, and turns it over.
Good hustle though, good effort coming from Jeremiah Gray. As we see, Coach Charles Xu has done a good job so far on preparing his boys. As the triangle has been, all the options of the triangle has been defended very well by the boys of Coach Charles Xu.
Eugene Phelps now in the game for Mighty Sports Go for Gold. Mackenzie Moore also in. Open three. From the corner short, recovered. Another shot, another offensive rebound, blocked there by Phelps. Kanan couldn't knock it down. And it will still be Jordan ball.
It's 4 opportunities to score for Team Jordan. A defensive stop is not complete if you don't get that rebound. Good closeouts, but the Philippines has to complete the defensive stop.
And another chance, and Al-Hamamse finally gets 2.
Failure to communicate will always mean defensive breakdowns. That time around, no communication for Mighty Sports, and a wide open shot for Team Jordan.
And Aaron Black called for steps.
Unforced turnover coming from Aaron Black as Team Jordan pressured our point guard, and with 11 seconds left, it's a last shot time here for Team Jordan.
That's why they send in their starting point guard, Fadi Ibrahim. Will be guarded by Mackenzie Moore. Bachman switches. Ibrahim putting on the moves. Gets past Bachman. Pass tipped out. And that desperation heave will not go. The Philippines will take the lead at the end of one, 21-16. This is the 2019 William Jones Cup.
We want you to penetrate, come on, draw, and then hit the shooters. Here.
Welcome back to the 2019 William Jones Cup from New Taipei City. My name is James Velasquez with Coach Happy Nunag, and at the end of one, Coach Happy, the Philippines took the lead 21-16 against a relentless Jordanian national team.
Whenever you limit your opponent to below 20 points in a quarter, you've done your job defensively. It was a good defensive showing for the boys of Coach Charles Chu as they had limited Team Jordan to 16 points.
And Hamadi Njai getting ready to check in. And obviously his inside presence will be needed the way that Jordan was able to crash the offensive glass.
And that's the reason why he is there for rebounds and changing shots for Mighty Sports.
And the big smile on his face says it all. Hamadi Njai really excited to contribute for Mighty Sports Go for Gold. He is part of the squad that was able to take home the trophy in 2016, and our very own Mr. Nick Earnshaw.
Yeah, I see him with airtime in the background right there.
The hardworking Nicholas Eric Earnshaw. As you take a look at, again, that was the score in the first quarter. And you and I both know, Coach Happy, we can do a better job defensively.
But that's a good start for Mighty Sports Go for Gold, limiting Jordan to 16.
Second quarter brought to you by HealthQ. So it is still gray and black in the backcourt. I feel like I'm talking about crayons. Gray and black in the backcourt. And then Njai, Phelps. And you also have, oh, look at this now. Kanaan dishes to the corner. Solid drive denied. That's the Njai factor.
That's the reason why Njai is there, to change shots. That time around, just put his hand up, and it forced a bad shot for Team Jordan.
Pull-up jumper missed by Mackenzie Moore. Kanaan the other way. Challenged by Black. Rebound won't go. Definitely a better defensive job by Team Philippines.
Good start for the Mighty Sports here, the second period, as you see the strength and the might of Eugene Phelps.
Look at the fire in the eyes of Eugene Phelps taking on Ahmad Al-Hamarshe.
Eugene Phelps loves to go left. Team Jordan does not know that yet, and once he is in the paint, it is close to impossible to stop him.
He had it, so Phil, don't let him get to the middle.
And Phelps completes the three-point play.
Some tongue lashing there coming from the head coach of Team Jordan, telling his players not to allow Phelps an open lane to drive.
Hawass. Guarded by Phelps. Schwadi couldn't convert. Here comes Gray. With those long strides, kicks out. Moore, back to Gray. Mighty Sports Go for Gold, looking more patient this time. And Jai sets a pick for Gray. Oh, look at this, patient ball movement, but couldn't result in a basket.
It's a good look though. It was an open look for Eugene Phelps.
Abood, back outside to Kanaan. Wazane, top of the key, swings it over to the right side, Hawass. Double screen set for Hawass, 8 left to shoot. Alhamarche knocks it down, finally a shot from the outside.
Eugene Phelps did not, was caught with that screen, and that opened up the three-point shot for Team Jordan.
24-19. Phelps again, oh, the up fake and the basket.
And going to his left, that up and under move, beautiful footwork and the balance to boot.
Kanaan picked up his dribble early. Alhamarche calling for movement. Wazane comes to set a pick. Wazane gets it. Look at it, posts up, Njai. No. Short stab, Njai recovers.
They're really thinking twice because we have a tall person right in the middle.
Gray misses a three. Well, trying to find Hawass on the leak out, but it's a turnover.
The struggle continues for Team Jordan. We have to credit the defense and Njai. He is not scoring, but he is changing the game with his defense.
The 7-foot Senegalese powerhouse, Hamadi Njai. Here's Moore. Couldn't hit Njai on the roll. Phelps, short pull-up J. Misses that time and recovered that time by Jordan. Ibrahim gets Phelps on the switch. Alhamarche, another three, offline this time. Wazane rebound.
Nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go.
Good transition defense though by Jordan.
Look at the high percentage clip for Team Philippines, a 6 out of 13 for 46%. And the struggle continues for Team Jordan, 31% because of the defense being shown by Mighty Sports.
That time the guilty party was Abu Hawass. Head coach Joseph Steinbeck calling for better defense for his squad. Ibrahim guarding Black. Gray again. Couldn't hit Njai on the roll. Black for three. Yeah, rebounded by Jordan. Wazane that time.
That was good defense by Team Jordan. Passing lanes were covered and denied. And a rebound to complete the stop.
Hawass uses the Najdawi pick. Hawass. Oh!
Woo! It's a difficult move by Hawass.
Up against Eugene Phelps. Phelps baseline. And such an aggressive force underneath.
It's an aggressive, strong presence inside. That's Eugene Phelps again. Once he is in the paint, as we see this difficult shot by Hawass.
Oh, look at that, contorting his body in midair.
That was body control, and then he protected the ball with his body, did not ward off the balance to score 2 points.
And that should be a shot of confidence for the rest of the Jordanian guards. If Hawass can do it, they should be able to do it as well.
Eugene Phelps makes his first free throw. He struggled in the first half yesterday against Iran as he only converted 1 out of 7 in the first half.
That time he was 1 for 2. 27-21. Philippines still ahead. Ibrahim to pull up. Good looking shot, but no finish. Here comes Phelps. Only one thing on his mind.
Look out. I said a while ago, all players of Mighty Sports go for gold except for Njai, who can bring down the ball. A rebound and just made sure that he gets it all the way for 2 points.
29-21 lead, and this time out brought to you by Go for Gold.
timeouts. Let's win this minute. Understand? You know what you're doing? Go, defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, win this minute. I mean, he's got like the deer in the headlights stand right now.
Welcome back to New Taipei City for the 2019 William Jones Cup. Eugene Phelps, 8 points all here in the second quarter.
And the second quarter is just not even halfway done, as Eugene Phelps has really stamped his class here in the second period. 8 points, 3 out of 5, 2 rebounds, and then making his free throws, 2 out of 3 from the free throw area.
So all 9 of our points here in the second quarter all belong to Eugene Phelps.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
Eugene
that's a
Gamble.
backcourt. That's a backcourt violation. Good pressure defense showed by Mighty Sports Go for Gold. Coach Charles knows that except for number 5, Ibrahim, nobody can handle and bring down the ball for Jordan.
As compared to Mighty Sports Go for Gold. Like
Oh yes,
you mentioned.
everybody can bring down the ball and everybody can finish with authority just like that.
On cue, on target. 32-21 lead for the Philippines.
It's a hard time. Jordan will have a hard time bringing and executing plays once number 5 doesn't have the ball.
And look at this, the alley-oop dish and the finish.
Can't do anything about that. A wonderful set play for Mighty Sports.
Graham underneath. Ooh, lost it, turned it over.
Nice adjustment made by Team Jordan, going to a 1-3-1 zone, which resulted into a turnover for Mighty Sports.
Anshawi short on to 3. Phelps gobbling up another rebound.
Team Jordan has only scored 5 points here in the second period.
Kick outside, Williams. Back outside and more. Graham attacking from the baseline, puts it up and in.
Too talented, too strong, as Mighty Sports scoring another couple of points.
And look at the pressure being applied here by Mighty Sports Go for Gold.
And it's Moore who's defending Ibrahim. You see, look at it again. Nice play set up and the beautiful finish.
And look at that, 2 hands for safety, and third time the charm on the replay. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the second. And Shawi kicks to the corner. This is Hashem Abbas. Entry pass down to their big man, Wazane versus Bachman. Offensive rebound, Hashem. Oh, a block, but there's a foul.
You look how difficult it is for Team Jordan to score inside. You have Eugene Phelps, you have Ronaldo Balkman, and you also have athletic wings to defend the paint. And it's a questionable call right there, but a call was made already. But good defense being shown by Mighty Sports Go for Gold, especially here in the second period. Coach Charles knows that it's only Ibrahim who runs the show for Team Jordan. Now, what adjustment that he made was to bring in a taller and longer Moore on him. So it's very difficult for a young guard to execute plays now for Team Jordan.
Because essentially he's going up against a guy 5 inches tall.
Oh, yes.
Definitely several pounds heavier.
Stronger than him.
It's like when you play with your elder brother or elder cousins. It's a 3 knocked down. And even Mackenzie Moore hitting from the outside.
And that's how you break a zone. Penetration and look for the gaps. And go to the gaps and open. 3-point shot again for Mighty Sports.
Another block. Williams protecting the rim. Abbas running out of room. Wazane almost losing the ball.
3 seconds right there.
Ibrahim bothered by Graham. Here comes Mighty Sports Go for Gold. Williams stops, pops, gonna score. Ibrahim looking for a friend, gets it to Abbas. Wazane. No handoff there. Isolated down the post versus Phelps. Trying to use his footwork. No. Couldn't find a driving lane. Abbas spins baseline. What defense by Mighty Sports Go for goal.
Superb defense being shown. All passing lanes defended. All options covered. And 24-second violation there for Team Jordan.
That's already the second one in the last 3 minutes or so. Khaled Abu Aboud checks in for Jordan. Williams to the corner. That's good. Roosevelt Adams knocks it down.
One of the weaknesses of the 1-3-1 zone is the corner three-point shot. That time around, Jason Brickman saw a wide open teammate for 3 points.
39-22. Al-Hindi. Open look. I told you, there's a shooter in the building.
And it was good defense actually. Graham was there. But like you said, James, he's a known knockdown shooter, and he showed us why.
39-25. That was just a second three of Jordan. Jordan switching it up on defense.
Bachman also almost traveled there.
Graham running out of time. Step back jumper. Misses that time.
And that's better defense coming from Team Jordan, as Zach Graham was actually wanting to pass the ball to the corner, but Jason Brickman was not in position, and that resulted into a violation for Mighty Sports.
39-25. Oh, look at that. Ibrahim on the cut.
He is the key. He is the key of Team Jordan. Once you defend him, it's going to be hard for Team Jordan to execute. But once he gets that basketball, things happen for Team Jordan.
Just a 12-point lead for the Philippines. Graham thought about a three. No, takes on his defender off the bounce, knocks it down. What a move.
What a move, and that's good defense. But that step back created space to rise up over his defender.
41-27, 9 points of the game for Zachary Graham. Abu Aboud with a hook. That's good.
It's too easy there. Easy seal against Roosevelt Adams. And the jump hook to finish things off.
Mikey Williams, three. Good box out there by Jordan, taken away by Brickman.
He's still up for a 2-for-1 situation here.
Williams versus the big man, Aboud. Oh, crosses him up. Kicks to the corner. Adams, another one.
But we gotta give credit to Mikey Williams. He made things possible there. Drew the defense to him, and then that dish off for a wide open three-point shot coming from Adams.
Possible last shot time for Jordan. Ibrahim to Al-Hindi, his shooter. Offline that time. Rebound, Adams. Adams strong board, but too strong on the pass. That explains a look at Coach Charles Chu's face. But hey, at the half it is 44-29. Mighty Sports go for gold with a lead against the Jordanian national team. We'll be back in a moment to break this down. Mighty Sports has one mission, go for gold, and we have the lead at the half versus Jordan, 44-29.
It has been a defensive show for Mighty Sports Go for Gold here in the first half. As we can see the stats right now, very high percentage clip, 51% from the field. The rebounds also 16, but one aspect of those numbers to be wary of if you're Coach Charles Chu is the offensive rebounding numbers. 10 offensive rebounds for Team Jordan in the first half. That's one thing to adjust in the second half. But everything so far so good for Mighty Sports Go for Gold.
And we can see some of the highlights here. Jordan actually in the first quarter was having a great time from the field, grabbing offensive boards and scoring from the inside until Coach Charles Chu made several adjustments. And that big adjustment was Eugene Phelps and Hamadi Enjai in the second quarter.
Yes, and also a longer and stronger guard against Ibrahim. Ibrahim is the main cog of the offensive side of things for Team Jordan. And the adjustment made by Coach Charles Chu was to bring in Kenzie Moore to guard him. And once that happened, it was so difficult for Team Jordan to execute their sets, thus this 15-point lead.
We can see Eugene Phelps being strong underneath and Hamadi Enjai as well. As you can see, you will never miss a moment in the William Jones Cup. That's the schedule, and back for more in just a bit. Third quarter underway from the Xinzhuang Gymnasium in New Taipei City. Third quarter brought to you by Health Cube. And now it is 44-29. Here's Gray starting out the third with a three.
Nice play to start festivities here in the second half for Coach Charles Chu. Nice screen by Ronaldo Balkman to open up Jeremiah Gray for that three-point shot.
Jordan starting out with their same starting five. Hawass cannot extricate himself from Adams. Ibrahim faking out Balkman. Wazane underneath for the putback.
That's one department that Coach Charles Chu has to be worried about. They lost the offensive rebounding battle in the first half. More offensive rebounds means more opportunities to score for Team Jordan. That time around, an offensive rebound and putback for Team Jordan.
And it's not like they have an athletic advantage over a Mighty Sports Go for Gold. They're just getting in better position.
Yes, and again, it's not a defensive stop. It's not going to be complete if you don't get that rebound.
Al-Hamarche gets it to Wazane. Swing pass now to Ibrahim. Ibrahim uses the Najdawi pick. Back outside. Open three. That's good.
Open. Nobody rushed out on the shooter. There's two guys defending Ibrahim. That's a defensive breakdown right there for Mighty Sports.
And Najdawi makes him pay. Just a third three-pointer of Jordan.
Cannot be any letdown for Mighty Sports. Yes, they have a big lead, but there's still a lot of basketball left, and Team Jordan is very capable of coming back in this game.
Balkman, easy two.
Nobody can stop Ronaldo Balkman one-on-one. As you can see there, he just bulldozed his way for 2 points.
Scattered scoring for Mighty Sports Go for Gold. You have earlier Eugene Phelps, then Roosevelt Adams, and now Zach Graham and Ronaldo Balkman scoring. Al-Hamarche wants a pick from Wazane. Balkman switches. Watch out for the give and go. And a good stop for Mighty Sports Go for Gold.
That's good switches. That's good switch. That's a good defensive sequence for Mighty Sports.
Adams misses a three. Look at the gang rebounding of Jordan.
And that's why they are winning the rebounding battle. Nobody is leaking out. Everybody wants to get that ball and start off their offense.
Hawass gets Gray on him. 7 left to shoot. Hawass, wild shot, gets his own miss. And Najdawi puts it in. Quick 5 points here in the third.
Another offensive rebound, another 2 points for Team Jordan.
They're getting it done with the hustle stats, Coach Shabby.
Because of those offensive rebounds, opportunities to score again. It was good defense by Jeremiah Gray, but it was not complete because of that offensive rebound.
Tip outside. Jordan just quicker to the ball. And Ibrahim will put it away.
And Jordan with renewed energy to start things off here in the second half. But the Philippines still up 11.
Here comes Greyhound.
Almost traveled there.
Gray hesitated, now takes it, and knocks it down.
There's one kid that has it all. He has athleticism, he can shoot from the outside, and can handle the basketball. Bright future here, and I'm sure a lot of PBA coaches watching this game right now and watching closely this young man.
6'4" shooting guard, Jeremiah Gray. Here comes Roosevelt Adams, side to side. Tip doesn't go for Gray. Oh, blocked there. Ibrahim with the stop. Wazane gets it to Al-Hamarche. Shoots a three, short. But look at who gets the rebound. No one boxing out for the Philippines.
And nobody, 3 players did not even cross half court. So again, majority of the points of Team Jordan here coming from the offensive rebounds. 13 offensive rebounds in this game for Team Jordan.
To borrow a volleyball term, you cannot play side out. You cannot just trade buckets. Because at one point, Coach Javi, the other team will catch fire.
That's one department that again, Coach Charles Chu has to work on with his players to rebound. They are quicker and they are more athletic than Team Jordan. There is no reason whatsoever to leak out. get that get that rebound first before going on a fast break. It has to be team rebounding for Mighty Sports.
13-point lead. You're hoping Bachman really gets his game going, and now in double digits to go along with 6 boards.
Good stat line for Ronaldo Bachman as almost a double-double performance in limited time of action. Remember, he did not play in the second period because of that superb showing by both NJ and Eugene Phelps.
Ibrahim bobbing, weaving, gets into Aboud. Guarded by Graham. Aboud had that beautiful hook shot earlier. Al-Hamache, short still. Rebound Graham.
There you go.
Bachman recovers. Puts it up and in.
And that's what a rebound does for Mighty Sports. It starts off that break. Zach Graham, that outlet pass to Ronaldo Bachman for 2 points.
We definitely have the resources in the open court.
As long as nobody leaks out. Yeah, we are quicker than Team Jordan. So once you get that ball, that's the time you run your spots.
Lamarche faking, driving, and there's a whistle on Jeremiah Gray.
It's just a matter of rebounding for Mighty Sports. Everything is in place. Everything so far so good for the boys of Coach Charles Chu.
56-40, timeout brought to you by Go for Gold. The Sidgewang Gymnasium packed for this game between Mighty Sports Go for Gold and Team Jordan. It is currently a 56-40 lead for Mighty Sports, and definitely, like you mentioned, Coach Javi, now is not the time for them to be lulled into sleep, lulled into complacency versus a Jordan team looking for an upset.
And remember, the reason why they have this big lead is because of their defense. They have limited Team Jordan to less than 20 points in each of the quarters. First quarter, they only scored 16. In the second period, they only scored 16. So it has been the defense that has been setting the tone for Mighty Sports Go for Gold.
And of course, you want Mighty Sports Go for Gold to continue becoming such a better team, like what we talked about on top of the coverage. As you see, the quarter scoring almost equal here in the third. We covered that on top of the coverage that the team only had a limited time to train together.
That this team has only been assembled a couple of weeks ago, so everything has to be fast-tracked by Coach Charles Chu, the chemistry, the familiarity. But one thing that negates those is communicating. And so far, they have been talking, they have been communicating very well, especially those switches. They have been switching a lot, but they've been communicating, they've been pointing, and they've done a wonderful job so far on the defensive side of things.
Bachman drawing a crowd. Brickman. No go that time. Aboud the rebound.
That is one aspect of the game that Jason Brickman has to improve on if he wants to have more floor time, especially in the PBA. He has knocked down those three-point shots.
Post up. Lefty hook shot doesn't go for Obaid. Now the Philippines rebounding better. Graham trying to split two defenders who will troop to the line.
They know that they have that advantage in quickness and in capability against Team Jordan. So once they see an open lane, once they see that they know that they can handle their opponent, it's penetration time for Team Philippines.
Oh, Mackenzie Moore knocks it down.
It's a simple handoff play coming from Ronaldo Bachman, and that little screen by Ronaldo Bachman gave space for Mackenzie Moore to score.
I think got away with the travel there. Malika 9. Abbas underneath.
Challenging the defense of NJ right there, and successful.
58-42. Brickman locks it up. Bachman, trip. Oh, they say stepping out of bounds.
It's good defense right there for Team Jordan as they collapsed as soon as Ronaldo Balcon got that basketball and forced that turnover.
Three and a half remaining here in the third. Abbas gets it to Aboud. No handoff action there. This time finds Kanaan.
Almost traveled right there.
Kanaan's jumper short and Njai high up for the board. Fast break in the making for Mighty Sports. Go for gold. Tip-in won't work. Here comes Moore. Moore, three. Njai tips it out. But will go the other way.
It's a little smirk right there for Coach Charles Chu. Even though they missed that shot, his boys have been playing very well as we see Mikey Williams coming back in the game for Jason Brickman.
58-42 and under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Mighty go for gold going to their pressure defense again. Kanaan trying to use the screen to get rid of Jeremiah Gray. Nejdawi versus Njai.
He won't do anything.
Oh, look at that.
That's a lucky break right there. He was looking to pass, but saw that all passing lanes were covered and just rose up for that hook shot over Njai.
And Bachman looking to power up. We'll shoot more free throws.
Jordan is having a hard time defending the interior strength of Mighty Sports. They are just penetrating the lane hard, and right now Ronaldo Bachman going to the free throw line for 2 points.
Mighty Sports go for gold. Looking for high percentage looks or trips to the line. As Gray is replaced by Black. Bachman though, missing the first free throw. Still a safe cushion for Mighty Sports go for gold.
An NBA veteran, also member of the Puerto Rico National Team, who played for the New York Knicks and a bunch of NBA Denver Nuggets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And also played for Petron in the PBA, and also represented the country in the ABL with Ala Pilipinas.
Won a title there. Alhendi gets it to Abbas. And Shnawi thought about a three. Gets it to Kanaan.
Good. That's clearly an intentional foul. You cannot do that, especially in international play. He's saying that he just nudged him, but that was a clear hold right there. You cannot do that. You cannot grab the jersey or shorts of your opponent. That's an automatic intentional foul. That's 2 shots plus ball possession for Mighty Sports. Go for gold.
That sent Mackenzie Moore to the stripe. Shem Abbas is trying to prevent that fast break in the making.
7 points and 3 rebounds for Mackenzie Moore. But one thing that does not show in the stat line is his defense against Ibrahim. That change, that adjustment made by Coach Charles Chu was a major factor in that run in the second period for Mighty Sports.
Black kicks to the corner. Moore driving baseline. Sets up Mikey Williams. Bam!
Nice pass by Mikey Moore. Nice relocation by Williams for that 3-point shot.
Biggest lead of the game for Mighty Sports. Go for goal. Blocked away by Njai. Here comes Moore. Behind the back pass. Too fancy.
Too fancy right there, boy.
Abbas running Njai out the paint. Najdawi puts it up. One-hander won't go. Here comes Mighty Sports, go for gold again. And Bachman, another trip to the free throw line.
Once we secure that rebound, it's off to the races right there for Mighty Sports. They are athletic, long, and quicker than Team Jordan. Once we get that ball, but we see that block right there by Njai. And that's off to the races for Mighty Sports.
Bachman again at the line, making a living there already.
Nobody in a white uniform can stop this man right there in the free throw area as he misses his first free throw. They're having a hard time, even with double teams. They have no recourse but to foul Ronaldo Bachman.
Only the free throw line is able to stop Ronaldo Bachman right now. A minute and 17 remaining, 65-44, a 21-point lead. Now the biggest lead for Mighty Sports Go for Gold.
Look at the luxury of Coach Charles Chu. He will bring out Ronaldo Bachman, and in comes Eugene Phelps.
Alhamarche from mid-range. Straight but untrue.
Very impressed with the way that Mighty Sports has defended the triangle.
Phelps now versus Najdawi. Using his strength. Couldn't bank it in. Kanan leading this break.
Oh,
Not on my watch. Bounce pass some more behind the back. Williams. Another one.
he can knock down that shot. Mikey Williams scored three-point shots yesterday, and that's his third again today. 3 out of 4. What a percentage from the outside. 75% from the three-point area.
Coach Javi, Jordan has been scoreless for the last 3.5 minutes.
That's defense right there. That's knowing your strengths and knowing that you have the capability to lock down your opponent.
Phelps switches. Inside pass intended for Abu, tapped out. 2.9 on the shot clock.
For a team that has been assembled 2 weeks ago, the communication we see that chase down by Eugene Phelps. But like I said, after we see the three-point shot by Mikey Williams, the communication of the switches, very impressive for Mighty Sports.
You can hear the way the team is talking defensively.
Once we hear that from all the way here, that means that they're talking. That means that they're really communicating on the defensive end.
After shot practice, Aaron.
And Moore with his heave. Ooh. But a strong finishing kick to the third quarter, giving Mighty Sports Go for Gold their biggest lead of the game and holding Jordan scoreless. Fourth quarter coming up.
Aaron, make this Eugene. You want to go? Please come this way. Like up left. You want to go right? H, Eugene. Left, you're the point guard. Mikey down here. Get the ball to Aaron. When you're in, Mikey just in a back lane. Your point. Go forward for Aaron. Cross back fake. Stay on zone. Be ready for those, okay? They keep up the energy. Let the finish. Can't stop. Don't let up. Don't let up. Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Take up the lead.
Fourth quarter coming up from the 2019 William Jones Cup as the fourth quarter is being brought to you by Health Cube. Biggest lead of the game for Mighty Sports Go for Gold.
Dominating performance on both sides of the ball for the boys of Coach Charles Yu. They have defended very well. They have scouted this team Jordan very well, executed their plays, high percentage clip from the outside, and fast break attacks galore. Thus, the reason why we are up big right now, going into the fourth quarter.
Because no question, again, Coach Happy, we can score with the best of them here in the Jones Cup, but it's really our ability to shut opponents down
Yes,
that is
indeed.
going to spell success.
That's the difference right there. In the past 2 games so far that they have played, it has been their defense. The offense, we have no problems whatsoever scoring. We are scoring in a high percentage clip, up 50% from the field. It's the defense that has been the difference so far against Team Iran yesterday and Team Jordan today. They cannot get a decent look from the outside, and it's so hard for our opponents to score from the inside because of the length, the athleticism, and the height of our reinforcements.
From the Sichuan Gym in New Taipei City, this is the 41st edition of the William Jones Cup. Ibrahim, catch and shoot, that's good.
This is one guy that I am very impressed. Yes, they're down big, but this number 5, Ibrahim, a young stud from Team Jordan.
Quick attack off the bounce for Black. Led there by Hawass. Williams now versus Ibrahim. Moore, inside pass, Phelps against 3 defenders.
Nice team basketball right there for Mighty Sports. Everybody touching that ball, and Kenzie Moore just finding Eugene Phelps at the right time for 2 points.
Oh, Ibrahim again, this time off the teardrop.
5 straight points to open up this fourth quarter for this young man.
Williams uses the NDI screen. NDI wanted an alley-oop slam.
I think he was blocked by the rim.
Oh, look at that outside shot. It's good for Hawass.
This is all Ibrahim right there for Team Jordan. Scored 5 points, and looked for his wide open teammate for that wide open 3-point shot.
So every basket here in the fourth as NDI kicks to the corner. Aaron Black, short that time. Phelps fighting for the ball. Phelps recovers. Reverse pivot
Oh my
with
God.
a left hand.
That's effort and just wanting to get that basketball. Eugene Phelps was not even in position to rebound that ball, but the desire just to get that rebound and to score for Mighty Sports.
1, 2, 3 defenders. Doesn't matter. Finishes with the left.
I mean, he even tapped the ball 3 or 4 times before getting that rebound.
El Destructor in full effect. Moore again guarding Ibrahim, making him give the ball up. Deshdawi finding a cutter in. Couldn't finish that time. Ibrahim recovers off the Hezi, looking for a friend, trying to find Wazane, but turned it over. Aaron Black blocked. And an alley-oop for Hawass.
Once you don't use your advantage of the fast break attack, you will have a disadvantage on the other side. And that time around, that fast break attack was thwarted, and then that alley-oop slam completed by Team Jordan.
Quick 10 points here in the fourth for Jordan. Williams to Black. And Phelps wanted to dunk it. Here comes Jordan. Hawass getting by for 2.
This is the letdown that we were talking about for Mighty Sports. They were up big here in the fourth period, but 12 points now to start things off here in the fourth period for Team Jordan.
Moore short on the 3. Powers up for a 2-handed slam.
No defense whatsoever coming from Team Jordan there, as Mackenzie Moore with that offensive rebound and an uncontested slam.
And this timeout brought to you by Go for Gold. Fourth quarter action in Jordan. Quicking up a quick 12 points already here in the fourth quarter and holding Mighty Sports Gopher Gold to just 6.
That's the reason why the timeout was made by Coach Charles Drew, and he said that during the timeout they have scored 12 points in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Time to regroup for Mighty Sports, but they're still up big right now here in the fourth.
Luckily for Mighty Sports Gopher Gold, they established that big lead ending the third quarter, but again, you don't want to get lulled into complacency.
Especially in a tournament that you play every day, and you're using these kinds of games as your practice because you haven't really had a lot of practice time because you were only formed 2 weeks ago. So you want to play the game the right way. You want to make sure that you create good habits, especially against teams, the upcoming teams that you're going to face, because this is not, yes, we are lording it over for the past 2 days, but there are going to be stiffer competition up ahead.
Oh, Hamarche caught pulling down Ronaldo Balkman.
Remember, we're going to be facing the national team of South Korea in 2 days, or 2 or 3 days. That will be up against Ricardo Radcliffe. Filipinos know him as the import of BMEG. And he is one heck of a player, and he will be reinforcing the national team of South Korea. So that's one formidable squad that can really keep in step with the players of Mighty Sports.
Tomorrow we also go up against Japan. That's going to be a hot shooting, very quick team.
But no mistake about this. If Mighty Sports go for gold, lock down opponents the way that they have been doing for the past 2 days, it's going to be very hard to stop them.
75-56. And Aaron Black with a foul.
This has been the key for Team Jordan. Number 5, Ibrahim. He has been the star of the show for Team Jordan. He can create a lot of opportunities for himself and for his team.
When he opened the fourth quarter, their points were either scored by him or assisted by him.
Everything going through him as the star of Team Jordan knocks down his first free throw. 12 points, 4 assists, 50% from the field for this young stud of Team Jordan.
Fadi Ibrahim goes 2 for 2. 75-58. Mighty Sports go for gold. They need to close out strong. Moore gets it to Phelps. Phelps powers through and scores.
That's 2 points right there. Once he is inside, that's 2 points for Eugene Phelps.
Ibrahim misses the 3. Bachman just probing, trying to get it inside of Phelps.
You see the talent of Ronaldo Bachman. He's the tallest player on the floor for Mighty Sports, but he's handling the ball like a guard and just probing and making sure that his teammates are open to pass him the ball.
Dasky checking in for Jordan. Gab Banal for Mighty Sports go for gold. Almost at the halfway mark here in the fourth and final quarter. Joseph Yo, open look, long 2, but misses that time.
The Ninja is back.
Hey.
Last played for the Meralco Bolts in the PBA. And now we see him again playing for Mighty Sports.
Wazane stepping through, couldn't score. Aaron Black rebound. Phelps, no nonsense drive, but there was a foul.
See how strong this guy is. He just bulldozed his way to the rim. And the Jordanians had no choice but to foul him. Look at her there.
Straight to you.
I can't wait for Ratliff versus Phelps. Just two bruisers, Coach Javi. Two-man game in the making. Phelps trying to go back to black.
77 to 58, 19-point lead for Mighty Sports Go for Gold. Looks good right here for the boys of Coach Charles Drew, and they're going to start off this William Jones Cup 2019 campaign with 2 consecutive wins. And remember, there's no quarterfinals as we see another dish coming from Ibrahim. There's no quarterfinals, semifinals, or finals here. Whoever's number 1 after a week of basketball will be crowned the champions.
Banal versus Abbas. Oh, Phelps faking the handoff. And again, motion free throws.
It is too much to handle if you are a Jordan player, as we see that nice dish. Whew. Nice dish coming from Ibrahim. This Eugene Phelps is too much to handle for Team Jordan.
So the two very evident subplots here, Coach Javi, the strength of Phelps and the talent of Ibrahim.
And well, also the athleticism galore for Mighty Sports, as these young studs of Coach Charles Chu, along with the reinforcements, has blended very well so far in the William Jones Cup.
Abbas. Oh, Nashawi hung on to the rim and the ball.
I don't think I've ever seen that,
Yeah,
James.
that's the first time I've ever seen something like that.
He blocked the dunk, and then he caught it in midair.
And hung on to the rim.
And hung on to the rim.
That's crazy. This time out, brought to you by Go for Gold. Like what we've been harping on all throughout the game, if Mighty Sports Go for Gold can lock down defensively, it'll open things up for their athleticism and their talent.
They will be hard to stop here in the William Jones Cup. I don't care if the national team of South Korea is here. If they do their job, if they play defense the way that they are capable of, it is very hard to stop these young boys of Coach Charles Chu.
Take a look at the quarter scoring. Although we've only come up with 10 points here in the fourth, we do have that big lead from the third quarter bridging into the fourth. But of course, if you're Coach Charles, you don't want to accept bad habits. Yo.
Nice crossover.
And
Nice crossover move. And the pull-up, vintage Joseph Yo right there.
Back to a 20-point lead. And that's Mighty Sports Go for Gold basketball. Kanaan picking up his dribble and turning it over.
Joseph Yo asking for another replay of that shot that he made. Wants the same play to be called again.
Here's Yo. Bachman now. Almost lost it. Chance to reset for Mighty Sports Go for Gold. Here's Banal. Finding Black. Hang time move. Black one more. That's good.
Persistence paying off for Aaron Black on that play. Did not give up. Got that offensive rebound and first 2 points of the game for Aaron.
Kanaan. Short on the three. Ball bounces to Bachman.
It's safe to say, James, that we are going to win our second game in a row to start things off in the Williams-Jones Cup. It's a good start for Coach Charles Drew, the best start possible for him. And whew, what a pass, a bullet coming from Eugene Phelps.
84-60, equaling our biggest lead of the game.
Now it's a matter of consistency and rest for the boys of Coach Charles. Remember that they are going to play again tomorrow and then another game in 2 days. So it's a matter of getting ample rest for the players, to get treatment in between games, and consistency factor will have to be in effect for Mighty Sports.
Yo couldn't extricate himself from the defense. Phelps fires a three. Why not?
Gene Phelps right there showing everything as crowd loves it. As Eugene Phelps scoring from the outside.
And Aaron Black surrenders the foul. I think some more subs are on their way in. It's 87-63. Hashim Abbas. As you take a look at Jeremiah Gray, back on the floor. Phelps, well-deserved break. So efficient in the time that he was on the court.
He was just in limited time, but the consistency, the output, superb for Eugene Phelps.
Abu, guarded by Banal.
Remember, James, Njai did not play as much also. So this is a very impressive showing for Mighty Sports, and it gave ample rest for the reinforcement for future games.
Yo fires the three. Straight but short. 87-65. Abbas puts it up and will shoot free throws.
Garbage time right now for Team Jordan as they are down big, 22 points, because of the showing of our boys here in this game. I also have to give credit to the coaching staff, James, because they have scouted this team very well. They defended the triangle very well. The options of the triangle was covered. All passing lanes were known, and the options were very much scouted for Team Jordan. So we have to give kudos to the coaching staff of Coach Charles Drew. Of course, in there is the former national team head coach, Raiko Turoman.
And what a luxury to have that in your back pocket. The knowledge of Coach Raiko. When he was here, he managed to watch a couple of PBA games as well.
And if I'm not mistaken, he is the head coach of the Indonesian team.
Yeah, so maybe scouting.
But
but he did help Mighty Sports out a lot in a big way. Ball slip. Abbas again. Gets a friendly roll. Just a minute and a half remaining. And Aaron Black, as he tries to hone his game further as he prepares for the PBA. Is point guard a spot that you see him playing full time?
He has to make sure that he has that option of a team that if he's going to get drafted by a team that needs a point guard, he will fill it in. He has been a 2 guard for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, and now he's trying out the point guard position. And he's very capable of, because he can handle the ball. He has a high basketball IQ, and of course the genes. You cannot question the genes of Aaron Black, but he is very capable of playing the point guard. And I'm sure that any team that will draft this young man will find a gem of a player.
Jordan Daskey getting the 2 to go, making it 87-70 with under a minute remaining here in the fourth quarter. Oh, Gray lost it, recovered, fires a 3. In and out that time. Retaken by Mighty Sports. Yo! Oh, some ninja moves!
5 years ago, you'll make that.
Oh, yeah.
5 years ago.
Abbas, easy 2 on the break. Well, Jordan will fall to 0 and 2 as Adams knocks down a 3.
Going to be a tougher There's going to be tougher competition ahead for Mighty Sports. But again, like we were saying a while ago, James, if they lock down opponents that we know that they are capable of, it's going to be very hard to stop this loaded team of Coach Charles Chu.
Jordan lost to South Korea 64-69. And they fall to 0-2. Coach Charles Chu and Mighty Sports go for gold with a big win versus Jordan, locking down and then knocking down shots on offense.
A defensive masterpiece for boys of Coach Charles Chu, and of course, high percentage from the offensive side of things. Give credit to the coaching staff as well of Mighty Sports. 2-0 to start festivities here in the William Jones Cup.
And that does it for us. It is a 90-74 win for Coach Javi Nunag. My name is James Velasquez. We'll see you next time in the 2019 Jones Cup.